Yep, here we go again. I'm try to get this fish. And at some point in time today, I gotta try to finish this YouTube video. I'm gonna try to finish this discussion on how I was forced to retire by choice. It's a hard talking point because it's kind of an oxymoron. In 2019, I retired from the U.S. Army after 28 years of National Guard time and active duty Army time and all the deployments and all the separation from my family and all of that. I had this idea, this dream that I wanted to be a Harley-Davidson motorcycle mechanic. So off I went to school, got my first job as a Harley-Davidson motorcycle mechanic, and from not being able to live the way I wanted to live and do the things I wanted to do and basically have time to myself, I quit that job and I'm now fully retired. Here is some of our story. I started out as a paper delivery boy, then a movie theater attendee, whatever that is, and finally a soldier. Since I retired from the Army, I've been an Uber driver, an Amazon delivery driver, a Harley-Davidson mechanic, and an HVAC warehouse inventory guy. None of it worked for me. The fact that nothing made me happy eventually made me start to think that I was the problem. And it's true. I am the problem. I just kept getting in my way. If I would have done what I was supposed to do when I retired from the military, which is focus on my wife, Zentina, and my sons, and my mental health, then I would have probably been just fine. We owned a house, a mortgage, that is. We had cars, we had friends, and if necessary, we even had jobs waiting on us. My wife and I were all set. But my wife and I were so used to making all our decisions and our life choices about my career that I just had to go get another career and continue to be the main effort. Zentina, my wife, is my superhero. Through all of this, she has never questioned my motives. So eventually, I looked at myself in the mirror and it hit me like a train. When I finally woke up and realized what I had done, I almost had a nervous breakdown. All the time, the moving, the money moving from Tennessee to Florida, it's all for nothing. All the hours driving for Uber, trying to pay rent in Florida, and a mortgage in Tennessee. So foolish. It took me 5 years to learn how to be retired. Not earn the right to be retired, but learn to be retired. I know now there is a difference. Earning the right to be retired was done in 2019, but it was not until December 2023 that I learned what retirement was, and then 2 months later I learned how to be retired. After almost losing my mind, I informed Zentina that I wanted to shut down our 1-year-old motorcycle business. Oh, yeah. When working for Harley Davidson did not work out, I attempted to run my own motorcycle mechanic business. Epic fail. We could not keep up with the rent and pay for all the tools, let alone food and transportation needs. On Christmas morning, I asked her if I could quit. She asked what I wanted to do. I said, I do not want to do anything. The look on her face was like ice. I explained I just want to move into a little camper trailer and camp and live easily for a while. I continued that I don't think I have the emotional energy for anything else at the moment, let alone the physical energy. She's so sweet. She's such a good soul. Later that night, she agreed to my wishes. 2 months later, we were living in a pop-up trailer. I loved it. We were in the woods, no stress, no timelines, no customers. Freaking awesome. Every day, I could feel the weight melting off my shoulders and dripping onto the ground. Santina seemed to like it as well, which made me relieved. After 2 weeks, though, she said it would be nice if we had a bathroom and a kitchen. Yeah, after 2 weeks, though, she said it would be nice if we had a bathroom and a kitchen inside the trailer. I said that would be nice. 2 weeks after that, she said with raised eyebrows, I want a bathroom and a kitchen inside the trailer. So we sold the pop-up. And amazingly qualified for a loan for a 20-foot camper trailer. I call it the 20-foot box. It had a bathroom with a shower, hot water on demand, a refrigerator, and a kitchen. All inside the trailer. Living the life now. Air conditioning in Florida was a plus also, as well as a comfy queen bed. Yep, we were living the life now. With all the rent money we were not spending, we purchased a Thousand Trails membership and began to enjoy the full hookups. Between my amazing veteran brothers who have never given up on me and allowing me to park the 20-foot box on their property and our Thousand Trails membership, we were living high on the hog. We lived that way for 10 months. When after a few mornings in a row, Zentina mentioned how nice it would be if we had more room for grandkids, more room for friends to visit. And each morning, she mentioned it. The eyebrows were raised a little higher each time. Well, in pure astonishment, I hung up the phone and informed Zentina we were approved for $75,000 to find and purchase a Class A motorhome. She was so happy I thought I was going to get lucky. Zentina just got home from work. Yeah, she still works. I'm trying to get her to retire too. Hopefully by this next December, Christmas Day even, we'll do a repeat of my quitting, and she's going to quit, and then we'll just go full time out on the road. I'll let everybody see the motorhome here in a little bit, give maybe a tour. But let me get some cheeseburgers done for her. So, all those are cooking. Here's the whole package, right? So the motorcycle trailer, the Class A motorhome. She's got her little Subaru Outback. I'd like to be rid of that in the next couple years. Because when we do start traveling around, that's just going to be sitting at a friend's house here in Florida. And then there's the Road King underneath the cover there. Won't be getting rid of that. Can't be getting rid of that. So once we get a chance to start moving around the country a little more, because I know it's been all, how do you learn to retire, and sad and boohoo and all that kind of stuff. What I need to do is get some real cheese, not this fake junk in a wrapper. But you got what you got. You know what I mean? Now the campground we're staying at is Clearbrook RV and Golf Resort, right outside of Claremont, Florida, right outside of Orlando. And I love this place. I go to the driving range. I don't know how to golf. I just hit balls and chase the yard crew around with my golf balls. And then I fish, which I know how to fish. So it's a good time. And then I ride the Road King around. And then I got a bunch of retired buddies over by MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa. So we get together, knock a few back from time to time, and it's a good time. So I'm digging it. Still got a lot of debt and bills to pay off, but I had that when I was working. So it ain't going anywhere, and neither am I. So retirement's a good way to go. Clean that off later. Burn it off, clean it off. All right, let's go eat. Ready for a cheeseburger?
Me, I want cheeseburger.
All right.
I do.
Well, hope everybody out there in YouTube, computer land, enjoyed the video today. I'll try to keep them coming. I'm retired. I got nothing but time. And we got to move Tuesday or Wednesday. Another thing about being retired, I mix up my days all the time. I'm loving it. And we'll move back to Thousand Trails, Orlando. So we just hover right here in the Orlando area. Keeps it easy for her to get to work. And looking forward to that day. Do have a big trip this summer coming up, heading out to Seattle, Washington for 2 weeks. She's taking some vacation leave, and we're gonna run the Class A out there. But for everybody that watched, stuck with me all through the end, whatever, 17 minutes or wherever this comes out at, I appreciate you. And hit me up and message, you know, got a question, especially my veteran buddies out there. Hit me up. Maybe I can help you, give you some information. I'm not an expert on the VA process, but I've been through it a couple times. So you guys be good. Hopefully I'll get something back out to you about a week from now. Peace. Talk to you later.